Alright, so I just picked up my pressure washer, and I figure I'll spray the wall down, clean up some of this stuff so I can get it ready for mortar. Alright, so that cleans up the wall pretty good here. A lot of the rocks have different colors once you get all that dirt off them, especially this one up here. That center rock looks a lot whiter now, so it stands out a bit better. So since I've had some time to think about the patio and what I want to do with it while I've been doing everything else, I have decided that I don't think I'm going to put a fire pit in this, because I have made the fire pit out back and really spruced that up to be a bigger area and more dedicated towards it. And this patio area would sort of be consumed by just being a fire pit area more than a seating area plus a fire pit. So what I'm going to do is just pavers in here throughout the whole thing and wrap them around this ledge. And then there'll be space for seating, and if I ever do want to have a fire down here or anything like that, I can just get a small portable one for something like that. Now, in terms of mortaring, I believe I'm actually going to leave all these top capstones free, so I don't have to mortar all these down. If it does become a problem as time goes on, then I'll mortar them, but for now I'm not going to concern myself with that. The only things that I'm really going to mortar is I'm going to try to get a rock that fits in this spot decently, and Then just filling these sections down here on the ledge with mortar so that these rocks sort of get kickstand into there. Before I do that though, I did want to take off this section of the ledge here so that I can get a cleaner edge, or at least a straighter edge up against this big bulk of it. Alright, so I just went looking around and found some small flat rocks that I can kind of piecemeal in here. Just fill up this void, and what I'll do is I'll throw a bunch of mortar in here and then slap the rocks in. can see in the front, I have this trench that I've been sort of maintaining to keep water from washing into it, but that's not doing the best job, and I'm still getting water runoff and extra material going into the patio base. So in order to keep that out, plus to let me stack more soil in front and to get the material plus the pavers held in, I went out and got some granite edging that I'm going to run from that corner to that corner, and that should hopefully be a good barrier, decorative and heavy enough to hold everything together. So up at a local granite yard, they had some 4-inch by 12-inch by 6-foot pieces. So these will work out pretty nice. The distance across is around 23 feet. So I might be able to squeeze them in just as they are, but otherwise I'll have to cut off part of one. But better than many of the other places which only had 5-footers, so I would have to use a smaller section for the end. So this will let me have some nice big pieces to go across the whole thing. Alright, so I have to get these off the trailer. Okay, so yesterday my dad and I got in the granite edging here. I think it came out pretty good. It's all pretty level and it matches up nicely. I was thinking about mortaring it, but the issue is once you mortar it and then you get some shift, the mortar breaks and you just got this clump of mortar in between them. Doesn't look any good. Doesn't really stop it from shifting, so I left them dry and butted them up. And then in front we laid down some topsoil just to get a little berm here and finish off the grading mostly in front of it. And as we got down here, we of course had a lot more soil in front of it, so I ended up replacing the rock over here in the corner with a larger one to bring it out a bit further. And then since we had the step that my dad wanted to put in front of the shed, we ended up thinking about putting it here as another barrier, but also a little entry point. So with some extra edging I had and the step, we just laid it out here in preparation for the pavers. These aren't the actual pavers, these are some stones I had for dummies. Now, this week when I get a cutoff saw, I will be cutting the edge of this off so it butts up nicely against that edging, and then taking another piece of edging and cutting it and placing it in line with the step so it frames it in. But that's all going to be kind of done when I get the pavers. Now out in front of the edging, I wanted to bring down the level so that I'm not getting a bunch of water going into it and you don't need a high berm. So on top of the step there, I went through and I made a swale with the box blade in front of the edging and all of the soil we put in, and cleaned up this whole edge here to sort of bring that swale in closer to the house. And then with that I cleaned up down here and it sort of sweeps off and water will flow out this way. Unfortunately, I hit a stump around here somewhere, so it doesn't get as low as I would like. I'd have to put the backhoe on to clean that out some more. Though, it does wrap around here, and then all the extra soil that I took from digging out the edging, I put in over here to fill in these holes. So the next steps for this will be tamping down the crushed stone, putting on top a 3/8 layer of stone, and then screeding it and putting on pavers. Not too much left, but a lot of work.